Sometimes it's the smallest of things that can scare you. I used to do security for like a gated community, and I had this resident call down one time in a panic, sure fright. You would have thought that like all of her windows were broken into because this person thought that somebody had broken into their house. And I was probably not the right person to call. Like, this is not the type of security where that's the number you call. Like, if you think somebody broke into your house, I'm sure there's a better number than the guy who, like, opens up a gate, right? And, like, takes phone calls. But, anyways, this person goes, okay, no, someone was in my house, and here's how I know. My office desk chair was lowered. Come, what? Say again? How do you? Your evidence is what now? A lowered chair? Yeah. The chair that I always use at my desk has been lowered, and I've never lowered it. And I was like, wait, let me get this straight. You think somebody broke into your house and lowered your chair? You're in a gated community, and all they did was break in, somehow breaking in without breaking anything, and they just were like, you know what? Let me just do some maintenance. Everything looks good. That chair is too high. I noticed it while I was doing. I don't even know, but like I saw it from the window as I was lurking around, and it was like, this house, nothing to take, but that chair has got to be lowered, or I'm gonna lose it. So I mean, my own reflection can scare me. I mean, don't count me into this because sometimes I'll walk into a room, turn on a light, and then go, "Oh my goodness, I'm not alone." Of course not, dummy, because you're in front of a mirror, and who you're not alone with is yourself. And congratulations once again, yourself has scared you. Have you ever unknowingly scared somebody and them getting scared scares you? Take this for a wild trip. I was just walking, just unbeknownst in the world, just putting one foot in front of the other. I think that's how the old two step works. And I just turned a corner, and I guess somebody didn't notice, but I didn't. I was just walking, and I kept walking. And then, but it was that pass where like you gotta like pass. I was nowhere near them, but you gotta pass by them, and their peripherals finally noticed me, thus scaring them. Just the little things. And they shrieked. And when they shrieked, I thought a ghost was attacking us because there was, I'm all, my head's on a swivel, folks. Nothing's getting me. No one's lowering my chair. So I start shrieking, which then in turns makes them shriek even more because now it's a who's scared of who's game, and it's just like, oh, I'm sorry, or are we being attacked by a ghost? Because, let's find some salt. I think I saw it once in a show. The expression goes, you really gotta sometimes think before you speak, but that I like to combine the two and think while I'm speaking. And oftentimes, what I'm thinking has nothing to do with what I'm saying, which usually means me pointing out the obvious. And boy, is that annoying. Have you ever been given like an obvious answer that doesn't help you whatsoever? Like, have you ever gotten something in your eye? And when the first time you get something in your eye, you have no idea what to do. You have no idea what it is. What is this, pixie dust? Like, how did sand? I haven't even touched sand. Like, what kind of micro attack is happening inside of my face? And so, you go and ask somebody. Usually somebody older, wiser. Hey, there's something in my eye, and you're trying everything. Like, there's something in my eye. And their answer is, it's your finger. And you're like, yeah, because I'm trying to get what's in my face, like, ow. You are no help at all. So, sometimes what you have to hear is not what you want to hear. Okay. But oftentimes I'm thinking about something completely different. Like anytime I try and approach my lady if she wants to like go out like to eat, because that can be like an expensive thing. So I usually am walking out and I'm trying to think of what to say, not paying attention to the outside world. And she's usually sitting on the couch. And so I'm walking thinking, oh, I got to think of this strategy. Oh, but now she sees me. She's not paying attention to me at all. She's minding her own business. And so I audibly am like, oh, what are you doing? And she was enjoying reading her book, as one does when they're enjoying whatever they want to do at their own time. And when you walk out and you can clearly see what they're doing, and then you audibly ask what they're doing, right? Your presence probably interrupted them. I probably stubbed my toe. I usually can't make an entrance without dropping something, breaking into something. I'm a real hazard, okay? And so, it's gotten to a point now where she can't even she used to try and not answer me, because it's just like, you're not getting the obvious out of me. You can just pay it a little more attention and figure it out, right? You don't need to be Sherlock Holmes. The clues are in front of you. Pay attention, got it, get out. So, I'm sitting there trying to figure it out. And so she has just decided, you know what, let's play games. And so she has now often gone to the age old, oh, I'm digging to, China. And I'm like, how's that going? Because I walk right into it, folks. Every time it's like, this will get you slapped. And then I say it. And as I'm saying, remember, I'm thinking as I'm speaking. And I go, oh, so the pain's going to come as soon as I finish the sentence. So there's no way out. I've already started speaking. I already know what I'm saying is going to get me in trouble. But I'm already saying it, so it's like the path has already been laid. So, I might as well walk down with a smile. The best is when she asks me the most like simplest of things, and I look at her like a deer in headlights. Other day she goes, hey, could you put the milk away like I asked you to? And I just stared at the milk like it was a foreign object because all I heard was the last part, which was, like I asked you to. And I'm thinking, wait, she's already asked me this question? And how did the milk get out in the first place? I didn't have milk. And she just walked in here. And how do I know that? Because if she just walked in here, that's why this conversation is happening. Because I didn't put away the milk. So I'm putting it all together. And as I'm staring at the milk, it's been like 10 years. I have no idea. With her, a microsecond is like forever. Sometimes she'll ask me a question and I'll try to take the time to think. And then she goes, what's going on here? I'm not asking you to solve, the lunar eclipse. Einstein's Rosen Bridge. There you go. There's a way better one. So, I was really trying to think, and she goes, put the milk away. Like still, like see, even throughout this conversation, I'm procrastinating going, now wait a minute, I will get to the bottom of this. She goes, there is no bottom of this. There's the milk, put it away. I've asked you now 3 times. How many more times do I have to ask you? And I go, I'm really starting to understand. The milk, okay. So then, because I wanted food, right? The goal here and all of this was to get out and go get food. Now, my idea of going out and going to get food, it's like it was when I was young. It's the drive-through. Because if you're going to the drive-through, that's eating out, folks. You're fine dining in my world, okay? And especially if it's an empty drive-through, ooh, that's the jackpot. It's like the yellow brick road is all lit up. You're the only one on it, and it is beautiful. It's the one time you can take your time, and you don't care when you pull up and the box doesn't talk to you. You can just pull up and you have time to look at the menu because nobody's gonna honk their horn. Because sometimes if there's a line in the drive-through, it is the only place you question turning your car into a bumper car and going, this is taking forever. It doesn't matter what the excuse is, whose fault it is. You start trying to analyze what on this green earth did the person in front of you order, right? Like, did they order the McRib that went out of season and now they've convinced this store to drive a state over to get the one ingredient to make this person a McRib? Like, the longer it takes, the more you just keep adding to this unimaginable order, and then you just see a soda, cross the window, and you're infuriated with rage. Or you're not, because it's a drive-through and it's fast food and you're going to get it fast no matter if it takes longer than you think. Because the question I got hit with, which was, hey, would you like to go inside? I was like, again, frozen in time. Inside where? The restaurant. To do what? Like, what do you, like, what, if I was going into a restaurant to do something like sit down, I don't know. There was this place called TGIF, which, thank God it's Friday. That's what the name of the restaurant was. I thought that place was only opened on Fridays. And for us, it was like special occasion Fridays. Okay. That was the place we're like, oh, somebody got a B on a report card. Like, I don't know. Or it could have been an A. But somebody did something, right? They walked across the street when the light turned. I don't know. But it was a special occasion if somebody graduated in high school. There you go. Something, who knows? So you're thinking, I'm trying to analyze this simple question of if I wanted to go inside a restaurant. Now I'm thinking, okay, well, it's clearly not to sit down because it's not Friday. And clearly I have not done enough gold stars, right? Like, there's no way, especially listening to me in the last few minutes, there's no way I've gotten enough brownie points to earn a special dining experience. So I thought takeout. Right? Because sometimes it's nice when you can go to a place and take the food out and go home. Maybe not. I think she meant like actually go and sit down inside the restaurant, which, makes a whole lot of sense. It's a very simple question, and it's really gotten me to think. What's the point? Sometimes I'm just going to keep letting it roll until the rolling eventually runs out, which could be soon because I think that milk is still out. So with that, I'm going to go put it away. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Until next time, bye-bye.